Dear students, hello. In the previous lecture, I had discussed some processes for preparation of the cloth. These were the shearing and singeing process, in which fibers were removed by the cutting process from the surface of the fabric. And after that, for the cleaning of the surface of the fabric, we also discussed about another process which is called singeing process, in which the short fibers which are protruding from the surface of the fabric are removed by burning. And thereafter, in the next wet process, we discussed about the process of desizing, in which size material, specifically from the size material, starch is removed. So in the desizing process, we are removing the size materials, means starching, destarching. In the size material, there are other things also which are added, like oils, waxes, etc., which are also to be removed from the surface of the fabric for further processing. So today I will be discussing two important processes which are part of the preparation of the cloth for the printing. These processes are scouring and bleaching. So these are very important processes for the preparation of the cloth. I would say that scouring is the heart of processing. Why I am saying that? Because every wet process which we carry out, that depends upon the absorbency of the cloth. Oils and waxes, they provide hydrophobicity to the material. So fats, oils, waxes, these are the materials which affect the water absorbency. So to increase the water absorbency, or to make it more hydrophilic, जिससे कि कपड़ा जो है पानी ज़्यादा सोख पाए, वो प्रोसेस हमें ज़रूरी है. तो स्काउरिंग ही वही प्रोसेस है जिससे कि हम कपड़े की पानी सोखने की क्षमता को बढ़ाते हैं. सो दिस इज़ ए वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रोसेस from the perspective of that if water is not properly absorbed by the fabric, how any chemical will be sent into the fabric and how any dye will be sent to the fiber material. So scouring, objective of scouring is basically to make the fabric highly hydrophilic and to remove impurities such as oil, wax, gum, husk to the maximum possible. So to increase the absorbency of the fabric or the textile material, we carry out the scouring process. So to produce a clean material by adding alkali to make a fabric ready for next process. So what is the mechanism of scouring or the principle of scouring? Mechanism of scouring means there can be two types of oils. One which can be removed by action of some chemical, and others which cannot be removed by by the action of some chemical action. So two steps are there. One is the saponification, other is the detergency. These are the parts of mechanism of scouring. As you are seeing in your notes on the screen, that mechanism of scouring includes saponification and other is detergency. Saponification means removal of the oils which can be removed by the action of some alkali. So whenever we make some oil react with some alkali, that makes a soap. That means that is washable. उसको हम निकाल सकते हैं. Other oils are like unsaponifiable oils, means which cannot react with alkali, so that cannot be removed. So how to remove those oils, unsaponifiable oils? These can be removed by emulsification. So saponification, emulsification, and after these oils are converted to washable products, how to remove from the fabric? They can stick to the fabric again after these are removed, because material is treated in the scouring bath, means the container or the machine which is carrying the chemicals. So fabric will be there and these removed products will be also be there. तो दोबारा वो फैब्रिक के ऊपर जमा हो सकते हैं, तो उनको निकालने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? हमें एक डिटर्जेंट की ज़रूरत होगी जो कि उन इम्प्योरिटीज़ को फैब्रिक के ऊपर से दोबारा उसके ऊपर वापस नहीं आने देगा. सो डिटर्जेंट इज़ दैट ऑक्सिलरी और द केमिकल which stops the deposition of the oils on the fabric again. So saponification, emulsification and detergency. These three steps, you can say three sequential steps, these are carried out in the scouring process. Now, what are the chemicals which are used in the scouring process? Especially, normally strong alkalis like sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, weak alkali, and a detergent and a emulsifying agent is specifically used in the scouring bath. And we specifically for cotton materials, we treat them at boil temperature so that all the oils which are saponifiable or unsaponifiable oils, they are converted to their soluble products. And by the action of detergency, these are removed from the fabric. So after that, in what form we can do the scouring? Scouring can be done in many forms, like yarn scouring, means yarns की फॉर्म में भी हम स्काउरिंग कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि हैंक फॉर्म में कर सकते हैं, पैकेज फॉर्म में कर सकते हैं. एंड देन from the yarns we make the fabrics, so we can easily do fabric scouring in open width as well as in the row form. Okay, so in open width scouring we use machines like jigger and padding mangles, and for the row form scouring we use normally kears, which are bigger machines used for the especially for the scouring process. Methods of scouring are there. There are two principal methods of scouring. One is the discontinuous or batch method, which uses winches, jigger machines, and keyer machines. So keyer machine is basically was the machine which was used extensively for the bulk cotton scouring in any form. Means it can be in the fiber or yarn or fabric form. Even it is used today also. The capacity of these machines can range up to, you can say, 20 tons, means on an average 20,000 meters of the material can be processed or scoured in one go. Side by side, in the continuous methods, in the row form or in the sheet form, we normally use J boxes. So J boxes are the big machines which are of the shape of J, letter J, English letter J. So that is why they were called the J boxes. दो प्रकार के मेथड हम यूज़ करते हैं. बैच मेथड, जिसमें कि हम विंच, जिगर और कीयर मशीन्स को यूज़ करते हैं, और कंटिन्यूस मेथड में ख़ास तौर पर हम जे बॉक्सेस का यूज़ करते हैं. इसके अलावा सॉल्वेंट स्काउरिंग इज़ आल्सो यूज्ड which dissolve the oils and fats, waxes, etc. The advantage of the solvent scouring is that we recover the solvents again from the wash baths and can be used again. But because solvents are, you can say, costly, so normal process of, you can say, scouring is by the use of alkali and detergents and emulsifying agents. Specific processes are also there, commercial processes are also there where solvents can be used. So in the it means solvent scoured materials are normally called as the dry clean materials. Like in the day-to-day life also we go for the dry cleaning process. Another process which is done in the preparation of the cloth for printing is the next is the bleaching. So what is the bleaching process? Basically in the specifically for cotton, there are natural coloring matters present on the yarn fabrics. So these natural coloring matter also has to be removed before the printing. So in the normal case, there is some yellowing in the fabric after scouring. So this has to be removed till we get a very sparkling white background before printing. So bleaching is the process of, you can say, removal of the natural coloring matter from the fabric. So what are the chemicals used? Oxidizing agents are used for this, like sodium hypochlorite is there, hydrogen peroxide is there, and sodium chlorite are the chemicals which we use. So as you are seeing on the screen, objective is to remove natural coloring matter which is present in the fibers. Okay, bleaching oxidative methods are used. Sodium hypochlorite, this is specifically a chemical which is obtained by dissolving chlorine into a solution of sodium hydroxide. So when we provide some acidic, you can say, conditions, so HOCl, hypochlorous acid, is formed. This is the instant bleaching agent, uh, means which is developed for the purpose of bleaching, which removes the color, which decolor the fabric. Okay. So after the chlorine, hypochlorite treatment, there is one problem that we are having the chlorine smell from the fabric. तो कपड़ों के अंदर से हमारे क्लोरीन की स्मेल आती है, जिसके लिए हमें इसको एंटी क्लोर ट्रीटमेंट देना पड़ता है. तो एंटी क्लोर ट्रीटमेंट इज गिवन आफ्टर द सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइट bleaching. So how it is done? It is done with the help of sodium bisulfite, which is a, you can say, a reducing agent and an acetic acid. So by that we give the anti-chlor treatment after the sodium hypochlorite treatment. After that, because we use some soda, alkaline conditions are there. So after the sodium hypochlorite bleaching, some calcium salts or magnesium salts are there, and other mineral matter like in the live in the fabric. Fabric feel is becomes harsh. So to reduce these chlorides, fabric is treated with some acid. This is called the souring treatment. So to improve the handle of the fabric, you can say, we give some acidic treatment to remove these salts specifically. Similarly, we can also use hydrogen peroxide bleaching. So hydrogen peroxide bleaching was specifically used after the J boxes were used for the continuous processing, because it is a, can say, safer method to go for this. In this case, hydrogen peroxide per hydroxyl ions are formed in a particular pH value when this hydrogen peroxide is a weak acid because it ionizes into the water. When it is mixed with water, it breaks up into two ions. Okay. So per hydroxyl ions are formed, which is basically the active bleaching agent which provides our bleaching action. So in the ranges of the pH between 10.2 to 10.7, there is a decomposition of the hydrogen peroxide and per hydroxyl ions are formed. In this pH range, we get the bleaching action of the hydrogen peroxide chemical. So if the pH increases more than 11, then there is we cannot control this per hydroxyl ion formation. So bleaching is non-uniform. It is not safe. So to do the process in a safer way, we add some stabilizers. Means to control the decomposition of the hydrogen peroxide, हम उसमें कुछ chemicals डालते हैं जिससे कि उसका decomposition कंट्रोल्ड तरीके से होगा और हमारा जो ब्लीचिंग एक्शन है वो यूनिफॉर्म होगा. तो सोडियम सिलिकेट्स इज स्पेसिफिकली यूज्ड फॉर द एज द स्टेबलाइजर which controls the pH. Sodium silicate is used as a stabilizer. So it acts as a buffer solution which specifically keeps the pH between 10.2 to 10.7. So by that, safe bleaching is done on the cotton fabric using the hydrogen peroxide method. Okay, so this is further another discussion is there in the notes that whiteness can be checked with the help of computer color matching systems. Okay, so 50 to 60 the whiteness index is for the unbleached fabric, and up to you can say 95. This is for the well bleached fabrics. Alongside that, to improve the luster property in the fabric, we can also use optical brightening agents. Means to improve the light phenomena, repulsion means reflection from the fabric surface. As the smoothness of the fabric increases, so brightness property in the fabric increases. So these were the two processes, very important processes for the preparation of the cloth for printing. This I have discussed today with you. Thank you very much.